Hey, I'm back on. Good stuff, debate channel. It's good to have you back. Hey, I'm back on. We have another guest. All right. That sounds like fun. My wife got home, so hopefully this time my son doesn't have to interrupt with his wonderful singing. It's still cute as hell, though. Oh, Tim's in the chat? Tim Osman. He's been around for a while.
Where did Ricky go? Oh, there he is.
He's over there on the couch.
Okay.
On the inside chat, he says, just a second, we have another guest coming. He's a flat earther. Well, that's nice. I mean, if you want to talk about flat earth, that's fine. I'd rather talk about other things, but after all, it is flat earth debates. Okay.
No, upstairs. You guys stay down here.
You know, debate it. At this point, I really don't care. Like, I don't know. I've been following on and off flat earth for years now, and I don't think the really ardent believers, especially the ones at the top who are making money off of this thing, they're not going to change their stance whatsoever. So it's all right. I'd rather talk about something else, but okay, I'm sure there's someone that'll want to talk about it. In the end, I don't think it's going to make a difference. I mean, if you believe it's spherical or flat, you're going to wake up the next day. You're going to go back to your job, just like normal. And what's going to happen is the people and the organizations that actually matter in furthering civilization, they're not really going to care. I really don't think, NASA and all the other space agencies, they don't care if there's a flat earth conference being held. They really don't care. They'll just keep doing what they do. So it's fine. You can believe it's flat. I don't really care. If you are a responsible adult and you want to believe that, I think that's fine. I mean, you're wrong, but it's fine. Now, what you shouldn't do, though, and I'm sure some do this, they will instill their own children with the kind of distrust of education and so on that they have. I'm sure there's a few even that will tell them to challenge their teachers in second or third grade or whatever. I mean, that's ridiculous. But okay. Musicians for Truth says, poor, sad Earth Discussions channel. Can't get anyone to join their den of snakes, so here they are. Earth Discussions. Wasn't that the Musicians for Truth? Wasn't that the one that like Cordis was on a long time ago? I didn't even know Earth Chats was still around. Agave 1969 says, what a brainwashed monkey. A kind of ironic considering your avatar is a monkey. My avatar is a cockatiel, so I mean, guess I'm not a monkey. No, but really, Musicians for Truth, I didn't know that Earth Discussions was still around. I mean, I don't think they're still going, are they? It had what's his name? Ad Blocker. Okay, so the guys that were regulars on that was Ad Blocker, Quartus. There was a few other, but I don't quite remember. Yeah, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Earth. I believe it's Senchi. I think his name is Senchi. He's an Italian fella. Well, that's the problem, Agave. You're under this presupposition that if anyone disagrees with you, then they must not have looked into it. And that's completely fallacious. I mean, come on now. You could disagree with something that I believe in, and I'm not going to automatically say, well, you never looked into it. Otherwise, you would agree with me. That's not something that honest people do. It just isn't. That's a problem with you guys sometimes. You just assume no one's looked into something or is even knowledgeable about something because they don't agree with your stance. I mean, how narcissistic is that? It's just stupid. I mean, no one's going to take you seriously if you have that kind of approach. I mean, I'm all fine with having a discussion about it, about anything. Well, if I care about it, anyways. But one thing I'm not going to do is just say, well, oh, you don't agree with me? Well, then you haven't looked into it then. So there. That's just a cop out. I think you know it too. Yeah. Agave, I think you know that. It's just the ultimate cop out. It's a way that you can just shut the door and declare victory and feel like you've won something. The Vic says, "What's up with the cockatoo? Does he need a cracker?" It's actually a cockatiel. I actually used to raise citizen birds, which is a fancy word of saying I raised parrots way back in the 90s. Very interesting animals. They're very smart animals, too. They make great pets. The truth is not subjective, host guy. Yes, that's a drawing of a cockatiel I did. A one-line drawing of a cockatiel. No, it's not a cockatoo, it's a cockatiel. That is correct. I am not the host. I just wanted to get on because, well, the debate channel, it used to be very active years ago. The guy that hosts it, his name is Senchi. He never really speaks. He uses a voice modifier, or he just types and it speaks for him. I think, I don't know why he does that. I think he probably has a very strong accent. So he used to do soundboards as well. It was kind of funny. He would respond to people with an Arnold Schwarzenegger soundboard. It was kind of funny. Andrea Senchi. Yes. Andrea Senchi. The Mick, that is not a drawing. It's actually a photo of a cockatiel. Come on now. Look at the hyperrealism. You can't deny that it's a photograph of a cockatiel. Look at the realistic highlights on the eyes. I mean, come on now. Mongo alert. Everybody run, it's Mongo. Intellectual ketchup is here. Have no fear, the ketchup is here. Intellectual ketchup is here. Debate. I didn't get. Did I ask for a debate? I guess I'll debate. I don't know. I'm a cockatiel on the edge. So I'm going to read the join link to kill some time, because no one's joining to talk about anything, and I'm just joining for the hell of it because I got about 45 minutes till I got to be somewhere. So this channel hosts Google Hangouts, open to everyone on a first-come, first-served basis, to promote debates on the shape of the Earth and anything else. Rules for moderators. After verbal warnings, temporarily, the moderator can hide from broadcast for over-talking. The moderator ejects for 1. Pornography or similar things, 2. Copyrighted music or similar things, 3. Death threats, doxing, violating people's privacy or similar, and 4. Blocking other panelists with the ignore button. Number 5, repeated muting of other panelists. That is not allowed. Participants in order of appearance, no one. Nobody, 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 nobody. I guess I'm the first one, so. Free speech, flat earth. Flache, Erde, Terre, Terra, Piatta, Terra, Plana, Tierra, Plana. We have Chinese stuff. We have Russian stuff. Whoa, concave earth, cell earth, election. Okay, so these are just keywords. Wow, we got 17 people. Oh, no. You've given the Hangout publicly. Senchi, you know from years back that is a recipe for disaster. And this is something I told you about back then as well. You got to have at least some sort of decorum of moderation, because the anonymity of the internet allows for certain people to disrupt. Yes, thank you. Do not make that public. You're going to get spammers, you're going to get snipers, you're going to get all manner of things here. And it'll just be a dumpster fire. I know you want to have trust in your fellow man. I do too, but the state of affairs of reality is that when you provide a platform of anonymity to someone, let's just face it, these, as much as some people would like to think that this sort of format is like talking face to face with someone, a lot of people are not going to take that approach. They're going to have alter egos that they like to go online with to these places, and they just want to cause trouble, which is something that, of course, they wouldn't do in real life. They wouldn't, like, if you take some of these people that snipe hangouts and spam hangouts or porn bomb hangouts, and you put these people with the same people that they want to talk to in real life in a real life room, of course they're not going to get up and start, you know, setting fire to things and telling people to shut up and all that. Unfortunately, that's how it is here. So yeah, you have to moderate this place. Basically, everybody, look, send your email to Senchi privately, and then he can get you on after he vets you. So that's how it should work, anyways.
He's not going to vet anybody.
Yeah, he never did, and that's it's really too bad because he's a really nice guy. He's a very civil guy. He doesn't talk over anyone.
I don't know quite about that.
Really? It was my experience years ago when I went on the debate channel.
Yeah, this was my first experience with Hangouts. Andrea Sensi, the anonymous person. Very, very strange.
I think Senchi, I think he uses voice modifiers and so on because he has a very, very thick accent. He understands
That's what
English.
He says. I'm
I know
pretty
that's
sure
what he says.
Somebody's voice that you'd recognize if they spoke.
Right. Which seems kind of strange to me too. If he's not willing to broadcast his voice live over the air, it kind of means maybe that someone, I don't know, that he wants to remain incognito to someone. But yeah, I mean, I think that too, Senchi. You should just, I mean, I don't care if you have a thick accent. We can go slow. If there's problems understanding, we can still talk. Just get on voice. There's no use in using this platform, which is a voice platform, and you use soundboards and a voice modifier. Doesn't make sense. But anyways, so how are you doing?
Doing well, thanks. How about yourself?
I'm doing well. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. You know, I never read that one. I did. I think I tried reading that years ago, and I don't know. It just didn't strike a chord with me. I think it was trying to be glib. It was trying to be too glib for the sake of being glib. I guess that's the impression I got. So I just put it down after a few pages, or after some amount of pages.
I think it does a pretty good job of exploring the fun with imaginary science.
Yeah, you could say that. I tried watching the movie too. The movie was the special effects in it were awesome.
Right, Jesus is in the house. Let's have it.
See, Senchi, this is why we can't have nice things. I'm just kidding.
Let's have a go.
We have Alien Jesus in the chat now.
No, this is Gerard. He's a pretty nice guy, actually.
Okay, cool.
Hello, it's Mike.
You're breaking up there, friend.
I was just having a fag outside. Right then.
Voyeurism.
Have we started then or what? Have we got any Jesus lovers in here?
Yeah, I love Jesus.
Oh, fuck, I'm off.
So, Metal Slugs, I suppose that you're a globe person. You're a proponent or believer that you live on a globe.
I do, yeah.
Right then. What's your name? Slug?
My name is Metal Slugs Master.
Well, metal it is. Right, so you think that you're on a globe, yeah?
Yes.
Right. Have you ever seen the bendy water?
Have I seen bendy waters? If you want to call it bendy water, yes, I've seen bendy water in a couple forms.
Right, I don't want to see a raindrop. I don't want to see a waterfall. I don't want to see winding rivers. I just want to see the bendy sea. Have you ever seen the bendy water?
Yes,
Where?
all over the Pacific Ocean.
What, bendy?
Well, if you want to call it bendy,
What, the big curve?
yes, I've seen signs of the big curve.
Have you got photographic evidence?
No, do I need photographic evidence?
Yeah, to back your claim, or it's only in your numpty.
No, you don't necessarily need photographic evidence to back what you believe in.
Of course you do.
No.
Well, you know what the Pythagoras chart is, though, don't you?
Okay, for example, this is on par with someone saying, just listen. This is on par with someone saying, you know what? I breathe air.
Mhm.
Someone says, no, wait a minute. You don't breathe air. And then I say, well, yeah. And then the other guy says, well, do you have a photograph of you breathing air? No. And you know what? I've never even had to consider photographing breathing air.
Well, that's a
Now,
diversion.
I
away from
have
the question.
seen, just as I've breathed air, I've also seen the curve of the earth. But at that point, it never really occurred to document it with a camera. I didn't even have a camera at that time anyways, you know, a pair of binoculars maybe. So if you're going to put the standard that I have to document everything that I believe in, that's a bit dishonest, I think.
No. Well, you know what the Pythagoras chart is, don't you?
Do I know what is?
You know what the Pythagoras chart is, don't you?
A Pythagoras jar?
Chart.
A Pythagoras chat.
Chart.
Chart.
He's saying chart. He's talking about the globe math chart using the Pythagorean theorem.
There's a globe math chart using Pythagorean theorem?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not aware of a globe math chart.
I'm sure that you've seen it. It's basically a spreadsheet with distances multiplied times the distance squared.
From where I live, in good old Grimsby, right? 6 miles across is the lighthouse, right? There should be 20 foot of curvature there, right? We've laid down on the beach, and you can see the bottom of the lighthouse and all the sandbanks and everything. Now, you shouldn't be seeing that, but you do.
6 miles of curvature equals 20 feet of obscuration from the you're saying 6 miles equals 20 feet? Let me check that. You don't need a chart for it. You just need mathematics to check it.
That is your
Hold on a minute. Hold on a sec.
Like, okay, I'm gonna be back here in a minute, but I'm more interested in why the fuck this is back going on, who Andrea Sensi really is, more than I am, because I know you haven't seen the curvature. There's no fucking curvature. But I am interested in possibly speaking with you further. Yeah, I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be back in a moment.
See you later, Rich. Are you still there?
Okay, yeah. I was just crunching some numbers. Yeah, you're right. I actually, if you don't account for viewer height,
Yep.
6 miles away, something should be obscured by 24 feet or so.
and I've actually got video evidence of us doing the test.
How high off the ground was the camera?
Oh, I'd probably say about a foot, if that.
Okay. Well, remember, you have to account for that, man.
You certainly do. And also, I went to another place called Case to Top, where I live, and it's 300 foot above sea level. And I zoomed 20 odd miles to Lincoln Cathedral, and I zoomed across, and I went to the power stations. They was about 35 miles away, and then other stations, and these windmills, and then the scenery in the background. I was seeing on a bad day. It was very cloudy and miserable. I must have seen about 80 miles. I've actually got video evidence of it. So if you want to look at my page, you can see it. And I worked it out on the chart. There should have been. I took off the feet that I was at, and I put it in, and there should have been 465 feet of curvature. Now I shouldn't have been seeing that far, but I did.
One thing though, it's not 465 curvature. It's basically 465 of feet of your sight being obscured by curvature. So
Yeah, you take the mathematics off.
what's that?
You take the mathematics off what you've put. So if you're at 300 foot, so if it says 780 foot, you take the 300 off, and it's still leaving that figure, what's left over, and I'm still seeing that far. You should not be seeing that far.
I just hold on. I just think it's weird that you have to use a chart. You mean you're using an Excel sheet to do mathematics?
No, this is your globe chart. What's debunking you?
Who is making a globe chart? I don't understand this.
It's your chart. It's not my chart. It's the globe chart.
How do you know it's my chart?
Well, you're a glober. It's your chart. It's not my chart.
No. You.
I'm on a flat earth.
Hold on, Ricky.
I'm using your globe.
Hold on, my son is bothering me again. Hold on a second here, Ricky. No, hold on. Sorry about that. My wife is watching my son right now, but he ran over and wanted to bang on the keyboard and stuff.
Yeah, no problem, mate. We've all got kids.
All right, there we go. Yeah, I got kids, so it's sometimes hard to have a discussion here. But anyways, you keep on saying it's my chart, but you know what? I've never seen this chart. I didn't come up with a chart.
Well, you don't know the globe. Well then.
Look, globe. No, you don't need a chart.
Of course you do.
Why do you need a chart?
Well, I'm using your chart against you. Your own chart against the globe.
It's not my own chart. No, this is on par. Hold on, dude. This is on par with saying that I need a chart of the multiplication tables. You know, the ones that you did in primary school. The 5 times 4 is 20, 5 times 5 is 25, and so on.
Yeah.
You are basically saying instead of just doing the math and understanding the math, I have to consult a chart, which is very strange to me.
That's the chart and doing the maths. So why are you seeing that far? Where's the cave, baby?
Well, you just need to crunch numbers. You don't need a chart.
Right.
Okay, so who exactly came up with this chart? Do you have a link to this chart? You said it's an Excel spreadsheet.
Just go on the internet and put Pythagoras chart and it'll pop up.
A Pythagoras chart.
Yeah, that's your chart.
Okay.
Not yours personally.
Let me take a look at this because this is kind of funny to me. Hold on.
Yeah. Have you ever been to the beach and seen a ship sail off? Yeah.
Hold on, I have a microphone. I gotta hold it to my mouth. There we go. Ricky, what are you doing? My son is back.
That's right, mate.
Say hi, Ricky.
Hi, mate.
He's not in the speaking mood. He has a rattle and he's shaking it around. Okay, go off and see mommy again. Hold on. No, he wants me to play with him. Hold on a sec.
8 inches per squared mile. Are you still there? Hello? Well, for the broadcasters that are actually watching this show, I'll show us the chart. What happens is, you know, you see a ship sail off, and you say it goes over the horizon. All right. Show us the chart. Universe. Looks like we've got Stephen Hawking on the show. That's what I say. You see a ship sail over the horizon, as you globies would say. And then as soon as you get a pair of binoculars out, boom, the ship's back. Why is that? That's because it's flat.
Sensi, enough with the robot shit. Just use your real voice or shut the fuck up. All right, give me 1 second here. We'll show a relatively useful chart.
All right, my mate.
It's not the one that you're talking about. This one is a little bit more realistic in that it takes into account the height of the observer, which is something that you need to figure out what you're looking at as opposed to just
Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I was doing this one the other day, weren't we, Itch?
When I Google Pythagoras chart, there's a lot of what you could call school aids for school children and stuff like that. Is there one that's related to Earth curvature? Like,
Hitch is just getting it, mate. Hitch is going to sort it out.
But you know, the point here is though that you don't need a chart to calculate.
You don't need a chart. That's fine. You don't need a chart, but it can be useful. Calculators are useful things, right? Even though you could do the math on paper or in your head, possibly, it's okay to use tools rather than trying to hammer nails with your fist.
Hammer nails with your fist. Okay. Well, yeah. I mean, granted. Let's see. Pythagorean. Hold on. This one might be interesting.
Just look up GitHub, GITHUB, Earth Curve on Google, and it will bring you an Earth Curve calculator that takes into account the eye height and target distance.
Oh yeah. I'm actually familiar with that. In fact, I looked at the mathematics behind it to check it, and yeah, it's using derivations of Pythagorean theorem. You can do it with trig as well, but they chose to use Pythagorean theorem, which is great.
Yeah, it don't matter which one you use. Yeah. You know, it's it shows you the mathematics of the curvature.
But the thing is, you know, what this theorem applies to is the raw geometry. You do have to account for atmospheric refraction as well. There's going to be certain days where you're going to see more and certain days where you're going to see less. This is bared out by the Chicago skyline that's seen across the lake. Sometimes you can see the whole thing.
Well, that's atmosphere.
Sometimes you don't see it at all, and sometimes you only see part of it. And this is one of the factors you have to account for.
There's no curvature over land or water or in the sky. There's no fucking curvature, man. So
well, I know you don't think that.
You can add in, you know, these.
Well, can I just ask you?
I know you don't think that, but
metal slug.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know when you go to a beach? Yeah.
And
you watch a boat sail off. Yeah. And it goes.
That I haven't actually done. I was a active duty sailor, however, and I stood bridge watches a lot.
Right. So you've seen it.
I did see this. Yes, I've seen this many times. See, this is why when you guys came on and you lambasted me about not having any photographic evidence, you don't need photographic evidence for something you believe in. I've seen this myself. In
Right.
fact, I saw this prior to even hearing about the flat Earth, you know, and any kind of flat Earth notions.
Yeah.
So I've seen this. I've seen things be obscured by the horizon as you either move farther away from them or they move farther away from you. And I've seen this with optical instruments on both, you know, on ship and on land as well. So
Right. What I'm getting at is when you see a ship go out the line of your sight, yeah, and it's gone, yeah,
go out of the line of sight.
yeah, you can't see it anymore. It's totally gone, disappeared.
Well,
I think he
not
really means like your field of view.
That's
Like,
no.
can you-
That,
Or
oh,
use
okay.
field of
Well,
view.
yeah. Well, when it goes outside of your field of view, you're not looking at it anymore. Essentially, from that
Right.
point.
That's correct.
Yeah. You
Then
pull
what
out some
happens?
binoculars.
No,
Yes,
no, no.
but-
But what I look, hold on. What I mean by that is if you're going to say something has moved out of your field of view, it basically means that it's gone behind you. It's gone off to the side enough where your peripheral vision can't detect it anyways, right?
It's just because you haven't got binocular eyes. That's why.
Okay, so what you are saying isn't that it goes out of your field of view, because your field of view is essentially about 200 degrees from side
No,
to
we're
side
not
in
talking
front of
about how many
your-
degrees. We're talking
your,
about the
face.
distance that you can possibly see.
See,
Right. But that again, I'm simply contesting the fact that the way you worded it, that's not going out of your field of view. It's still within.
Okay, so you have an unlimited field of view toward the front. Is that what you're telling me? So it's like your field of
No.
view it only measures how far horizontally you can see.
No. Field of view is simply the degrees at which you can see side to side, right? That's what field of view is. So for example, if you have a lens that's say 50 millimeters, right? That's about, I believe that's about 110 degrees field of view, meaning it's a cone of vision that it has is a certain degree within the 360 degree radius of the possible field of view. So that's all I'm saying. If you say something's gone out of your field of view, what that means is that something has gone outside of your field of view. It has nothing to do with actual distance.
of course it does. It's
No.
distance. When you're looking at a
No,
boat,
no.
let me finish. When you're looking at a boat, then it leaves your sight, and you think, "Oh, it's going over the horizon." It isn't. It's going out your sight. Then, as soon as you put a pair of binoculars on, bang, it's back in sight again, and you can sit there and watch that boat keep going and going and going and going, and then it goes out of the binoculars sight. Then it turns into a mirage, and it is still going and going and going. With a P900 camera, you'll probably see that go for about 30 miles. So you should be seeing that.
You're talking like Jez, you're talking to a zealot. Like this guy knows exactly what the fuck we're talking about.
Yeah.
He's been through this, and he is saying that he believes he's on a globe, and he believes it very strongly, and that's fine. I honestly
okay. Now you're trying to label me. No, I'm not a zealot. I take Earth's curvature and the fact that it's globe.
the fact that it's gold.
That to me is as much of a brute fact as the fact I'm breathing air.
And the fact that you're hauling ass right now, that's awesome.
I'm
dude.
not.
Something
No,
different
I'm
direction.
not being a zealot. I'm being very calm and measured to you. I'm not being a zealot or anything like that.
Well, I've never ever.
What my
Very
issue
calm
is.
zealot.
What my issue is you're using terms such as field of view, right? You're using it incorrectly. So it's not that I'm a zealot. You're using field of view incorrectly.
If I am, what would you like to hear? Because you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Would you want to hear vanishing point?
Oh, you're probably going to use vanishing point wrong too, but no, I don't want you.
You already know, dude. Like
I don't want you
call
to
it
use
curvature,
any
I call it-
particular terms right now. Okay.
Okay.
I just want you to hear what I'm saying. It actually seems like you're a zealot because you don't want to hear what I'm saying.
Well, I've never
You've
ever
actually closed
seen
your
the
mind
colour.
off to me.
Again, I'm more here to just address the fact that since he's back, for what reason I don't know, the first person on the panel happens to be a globe zealot. That's very interesting, but I'm not too interested in actually debating you.
I'm not a globe zealot.
Okay.
I mean, you think I'm a globe zealot, just as you think field of view means a particular thing, but then you'd be wrong about it.
Have you ever seen a photograph of the Earth? Then we'll make it a little bit easy.
Have I ever seen a photograph of the Earth?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Where?
Okay, Earth from what? Earth from space?
Yes.
Yeah,
from
it's
space.
all over the internet. You could freaking go on Flickr and find photos that have been taken.
They're all CGI.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are. Have you seen that have you noticed the continents, and some of them are large and some of them are small? If you go back from the 1970s,
yes. Look,
why are they changed?
No. Look, listen. You guys seem to want to place everything into the same bin of CGI, no matter what kind of photo it actually is.
I never said anything about CGI, but
CGI, no,
to us as a group, like you guys making assumptions, that the same type of assumptions that you are telling me that I'm wrong for doing by calling you a globe zealot. So continue.
I've seen
you're giving an opinion, but whatever. So
let's just talk about facts. Copy and paste.
Well, you're in my opinion a globe zealot.
Go ahead. You want to call me a globe zealot? I'll just say okay. If in your opinion I'm a globe zealot, but so anyways, a photograph is very different from computer generated imagery. Now, some of what you guys call photos of the Earth are indeed CGI. I do agree with that, and that means they're not photographs; they are CGI.
Correct.
The problem with you guys is you will see a CGI portrayal of the Earth that's done through computer modeling, and then just assume that every single image you see of the Earth, every single graphic, is CGI.
No, I won't pull the F. Say, oh, that's a CGI. That's CGI. I've studied these photographs, and I have not seen one real photograph of the Earth. The only real photograph I've seen of the Earth was the rocket that sent up, and that was back in the 1940s.
Oh, you're talking about like the X1 and the V2 and all that?
The V2 rocket is a real photograph, but it's flat.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, it's as flat as a pancake.
Have you put it into Photoshop, made one of those line guides that's perfectly flat and actually measure it to that? Or did you just eyeball it?
Nope, we've already done it. Me and Poncho Pete have already done it. It's flat as a pancake.
Here is one of the interesting things, though. Okay, you can take a very telephoto lens, right? You could take it up into space, up to the what do they call the boundary between space and Earth? I forget what it is now, but it's about 50 miles up. You could take, let's say, a 200 millimeter lens that has a very narrow field of view and take a picture of the horizon. Of course, it's going to look flat, right? However, if you take a normal angle lens, such as a 50 millimeter on like a regular full frame sensor, say, right? It has a wider field of view. You are going to see curve. So what you don't know in this circumstance is what the focal length and the sensor size of your V2 rocket photo is. If it's going to be cropped into a more narrow field of view, of course you're not going to detect much curve, or maybe even any curve.
Talking about focal length, maybe you can help me out here, because I'm not too bright when it comes to this stuff. This is from NASA. This is supposedly an ISS photo. I'm not necessarily one of those people that says that everything that they do is CGI, even though you said that I am. This is for NASA photo ID, focal length 400 millimeter. That should give you some of the data that you're looking for.
Right.
Where we are on your globe. And let's see, image details. Let's see. Sun elevation angle 35 degrees. Sun azimuth 281 degrees. And whoa. Okay, spacecraft altitude 181 nautical miles, 335 kilometers. Can you you see the curvature there, or is it because the focal length isn't wide enough?
Well, yeah, you're not going to see curvature there, I don't
At
think.
208 miles, because at like
No.
the ISS, yeah, it seems to show quite a bit of curvature in the live feed and the photos
Right.
that they take usually.
The live feed is a wide angle lens. This is a 400 millimeter lens.
Metal slug.
Okay,
This is
so
a
when
400
I'm seeing the
millimeter lens,
curvature,
dude.
so the curvature that you're seeing on the ISS footage isn't actual curvature. It's like put there by the wide angle lens, right? It's barrel distortion.
Well, yeah, there is going to be. Hold on.
Oh,
Okay.
metal slug.
Okay, hold on. Hold on just a second.
I've got a right big question for you.
I'll send the link to
All
this
right, sorry.
so you guys know that I'm not just
My
making.
wife. I'm sorry. My wife is reminding me we got to go at 3.
Can I just ask
right.
you something before you go?
Anyway, no. I'm not gonna go just yet. I got about 10 minutes till we got to leave for a Christmas singing thing. So,
Oh dear.
right. But
Are you ready?
anyways,
Are you ready? Are you ready? Whereabouts are you based?
So you asked about the 400 millimeter focal length. Yes, that's an extreme telephoto with a very narrow field of view. That's very, very different from the ISS camera. So you can't really expect the same results from that.
All right.
It's going to be vastly different results. You should. I mean, if you really want to understand this, just look up how focal length deals with field of view. Look at some photos from a 400 millimeter lens. There's plenty of bird and wildlife photos of those too. They crop in very, very severely on any potential curvature. So.
Metal slug.
Yes.
Whereabouts are you based?
I'm sorry. There's a lot of noise around me. Say that again.
Whereabouts do you live, mate?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I live in Virginia, Hampton Roads.
All right. Well, the thing is, I mean, are you a betting man?
Am I a what?
Are you a betting man?
A betting man?
Aye.
No, I don't really bet on things for money or anything. But I mean,
no.
Shoot, if you want, sure.
Well, if I turn around and said to you, I'll bet you $3,000, right? You show me the bendy water. Would you bet me $3,000 on it?
No.
I'll say it into your eye.
No, for very specific reasons.
No reasons. You live on a globe, remember? Would you bet me $3,000? Yes or no?
No.
Why?
Do you want to hear my reasons for it? Because these challenges are issued all the freaking time. Evidence is presented all the freaking time.
But this is a real.
What happens? Excuse me, I'm talking. But what happens is the flat earther simply dismisses it, or says this isn't the kind of evidence that I'm looking for. And what that relates to, what that translates to, is I don't understand how this can show curve. So therefore, you failed, even though they did show curve. Wolfie has done this many times to Flat Out Hero. Flat Out Hero keeps on issuing all these challenges, $100,000. Eric Dubé did also. People gave him evidence, and he just didn't.
Well, the bookies, the bookies round here won't take my flat earth bet.
So no, I don't. I don't think anything I could give you.
I'd let you.
I'm surmising right now. Anything that I could give you, you're just going to dismiss anyways.
No, I would not dismiss anything.
I'm not going to do it. Who cares?
If it was genuine, it's genuine. I'd even let you have 5 things.
How do you determine a genuine photo of the curve? Do you even know what to expect on a genuine photo of the curve?
I know what to expect with a genuine photograph, yes.
Okay, so based on the dimensions of Earth, you know what to expect on a genuine photo of the curve.
Right, you just said the dimensions of the Earth.
Yes.
Yeah?
Based on the dimensions of a sphere.
How do you know that?
Remember, I know that you're a flat Earth. You have to entertain a spherical Earth and what you would expect to see on a spherical Earth.
Right.
In order to accept whatever evidence I would give you. One of the problems I've seen with flat earthers is they don't understand what to expect as evidence for the globe Earth because they only have flat on their mind.
No,
See,
not really. I'm a bit different to
just
this.
as I could be accused of being a zealot for globe Earth, I could also just say you guys are flat Earth zealots too.
Yep. Right.
I'm not really going to do that. I mean, I could be inclined to do that based on the fact you're like issuing me a challenge, but I'm still going to be civil enough not to actually say that. You simply want to do a bet. Now,
that's no problem. No problem.
Right? So,
you ready for this one?
Sure. Go ahead.
I've got a barrel. Yeah. You know what a barrel is, don't you?
A barrel. Yes.
Yep. Right. I've got a barrel. You can't pick it up. All right, and you can't look inside. No peeking inside. What's in the barrel and what's the weight and what's the size of the barrel?
Why would I have to peek inside to know the weight and the...
You can't look inside. What's inside the barrel and what's the weight to the barrel?
Why would I need to know what's inside to know the dimensions of the barrel? But anyways, the way that I could determine what a barrel... I mean, you want me to know the dimensions of a barrel? Well, you could just go up and measure a barrel. Sure.
Well, just go up to it.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to touch it.
To talk to a barrel?
No, touch. You're not allowed to touch the barrel.
Touch. Yeah. Okay.
So what's the size?
You want me to know the dimensions of the barrel without touching it?
The size of it, what's inside it, the weight of it.
Oh no, I mean you can't expect me to know what's inside of a barrel without me looking into it. So
you can't look inside it.
I mean, you've already kind of rigged it there.
I know, but what's inside it?
Who cares what's inside it? You only wanted me to know what the size and dimensions are, right?
And what's inside?
I don't know, whatever's inside the barrel.
But you don't know what's inside the barrel. I want to know what's inside that barrel.
Of course. I failed to see where this analogy is going, though.
Do you want me to tell you what's inside the barrel?
You want to tell me what's inside of the barrel?
Do you want me to tell you what's inside the barrel?
Do you have a view of the barrel?
I could tell you everything about the barrel.
Do you have a view of what's inside the barrel?
I know what's in it. Do you want me to tell you?
Do you have a view of what's inside the barrel?
Mm-hmm.
You actually do? You can look inside of that barrel?
Yep.
Okay, I could have you tell me what's inside the barrel.
You know what's inside it?
I don't know.
A barrel of laughs. That's what's inside the barrel. Right. The
Your analogy has failed then. Okay.
No. Because I just tricked you, that's why. The barrel
How did you trick me?
Representing the earth.
No, you never set up that condition to begin with.
Yes, I did, because I tricked you. Right,
How?
the barrel is representing the earth.
Are you serious?
What's in the center of the earth?
What's in the shape of the earth?
What's in the center of the earth?
What's in the shape of the barrel?
Forget the barrel. You know the barrel now. You know the barrel trick. What's in the center of the earth?
Okay, cool. You said you want me to tell you what's inside of the earth?
Tell me what's inside the earth.
What does that have to do with the shape of the earth?
What's in the center of the earth?
Who cares?
Well, I care.
What does that have to do with the shape of the earth?
I care what's in the center of the earth. And what's the weight of the earth?
Does the fact that you have a heart and lungs matters about the shape of you?
I can't see it.
Okay, cool.
I
So
can't see
are
inside
we
my body.
are we talking about, okay, so are we just segueing onto the composition of the Earth?
I'd like to know what's in the center of the Earth. I'd like to hear your view.
No, because
Why?
because you're switching topics from shape of the
No,
Earth
it's all the same topic. It's
to
all
the
the same topic.
contents of the Earth.
What's in the center of the Earth? I know the question to this.
Who cares what's in the center of the Earth? We're talking about the shape of the Earth, are we not?
It doesn't matter about it's all included. It's everything.
No.
Yes. Come on, it's
No,
not hard.
These are two completely different topics.
No, they're not. They're the same topic.
No.
Do you want me to tell you what's in the center of the Earth?
Go ahead if you want to. I already know it's in the center of the Earth, but I don't really care because we're talking about the shape of the Earth.
How do you know what shape it is?
I know it not by knowing what's inside of the Earth. I could tell you that.
Well, it shows
No,
you.
you know what?
It
I'm
shows
going
you.
to switch topics to cats because it's related to Earth. You know what? Cats live on Earth, so it matters about the shape of the Earth because cats live on them. Do you have a cat?
No, I don't like them.
Oh, that's too bad. I have a cat. But anyways, I have another place to go right now. Thank you for having me.
Brilliant. Thank you for letting me come on.
I can't say this has been very
I got you. That's
enlightening
why.
or even edifying. You know, going on about failed analogies about shapes of barrels and shit. But okay,
The barrel.
it's been good talking to you guys. I'll see you later, Senchi. And by the way, Senchi, you do need to talk with your own voice, man. Just do it once. Do it for me. Do it for Hitchhiker. Stop the controversy. All right, guys. You
All right, mate. You take care. I'll see you next time. Ta-da, my man.
No.
Are we having a debate or what? Are you gonna start talking? Debate? Have we got him? Are we having a debate? Universe, would you like me to talk like this to you? Shall we sound like brothers? I'm waiting for you. Debate. Talk to me, please. Universe. Come on, debate. Talk to me.
You guys did great to scare him off.
I know.
We're waiting for another glober.
Oh, here we go. Exciting. Up on the roof, up on the roof. I love the barrel. The barrel's ace. Nice one, Punch. It's fucking brilliant. Oh, that was brilliant. Go on, debate. Talk to me. Talk to me in your eyes. Erde first. Erde first. What we got here then?
I am a flat earther.
Good job. We're getting another globe kid.
We're waiting for another glober.
Oh, brilliant. Did you like that one? I've got to go. What's that got to do? Oh, man. Not rocket science. You still there, Hitch? Hitch man. Barrel of dildos. The ball is losing.
What? So Americans don't travel? Well, what's he done? Sold you some information?
Is that it, mate? Where's Hitch gone?
So you don't agree then? No, I mean, you present some evidence. So because it doesn't make sense to you, you say every picture's a fake. Right, let's get NASA out of the way. Yeah, it's amazing what fucking your body can go through, isn't it? So do you admit then all Germans are Nazis? They found bones from really old, from quite old it was, but it showed that one of the person in the family of bones that they found was can't remember.
Right, I'm going to bugger off for 5 minutes. When you get someone, let me know.
Why?
It made me laugh when fucking Hitch went, oh, you a globe sonic.
Yeah, but he knew what Hitch was saying about field of vision. He knew what was coming. You can't see the moon then. If you've got a field of view and you can't see a 250,000 miles, you do not have unlimited eyesight. And he knew that was coming, Jess. That's why he ran. Hitch had it and you had it.
I told him, I said he got bionic eyes. I've been trained by the Jedis.
Jess, you got an email off.
The show is still, your show is still streaming on his channel.
Jess, you got an email off Big L, didn't you?
So